Hello everyone. So for today we will be discussing probability. So before we dive into the lecture proper, let's first have some review, no? So last time we have discussed combinatorics. Okay, so when we say combinatorics, this is the branch of mathematics that concerns the arrangement of elements from a given set, no? So under combinatorics, we have several important topics or subjects that you need to remember, especially when dealing with probability, no? So first we have the counting, no? So when we say counting, this is how we determine the number of outcomes from a given set of options, no? So yung options na yan, those are the elements of the set, no? Or the of the set. So event, this is a time reference when the counting where the counting takes place, no? Or when the counting takes place. So when we say combination, ito yung dalawang pinaka-important, no? Combination and permutation. So the main difference between combination and permutation, for combination, the order does not matter when we are arranging the elements. Whereas in permutation, no, so the arrangement, the order does matter when we arrange the elements. No? So best example, no, so if we have ABC, 'di ba? So say kunwari yan yung elements natin. So let's say let's rearrange. Okay? Let's rearrange. So this will become BAC, ACB, 'di ba? Ano pa ba? BCA, CAB, and CBA. Okay, when we say combination, okay, so this is all just count as one, no? I mean, lahat yan, isa lang ang bilang natin dyan. Whereas, pag permutation, no, tigi-isa ang bilang natin dyan. So, for combination, we have one arrangement. For permutation, we have 6 arrangements. That's the main difference between combination and permutation. Okay, so now let's jump into probability. When we say probability, this is the branch of mathematics that deals with the occurrence of a random event. No, so the word that usually is associated with probability is the word chance. No, what is the chance of getting this out of these options? Parang ganon. Okay, so this is defined as the possibility. This is the another term that is usually associated with probability. Okay, this is defined as the possibility of a desired event, okay, to happen from all possible events or outcomes. Or simply, in a nutshell, this is how likely something is to happen. Okay, out of all the possibilities. Okay? Sige, so let's try this, ano. So, best example is a coin. 'Di ba, no? So, I'm pretty sure everyone is familiar naman with the coin. 'Di ba? So, 'di ba meron tayo diyan yung yan, kunwari ganyan. Tapos, kunwari merong, ano ba yung nasa likod ng piso natin? Yung fruit tuloy yung halaman, no? Sa likod ng piso. No, so, 'di ba meron lang dalawang possible outcomes, no? So it's either a head or a tails, no? So, and kapag tinos natin yung coin, pag pinlip natin yung coin, isa lang ilalabas dun sa dalawa, no? There is no chance that both will occur at the same time. Okay, so what is the possibility of getting a head? So, no, when we flip a coin. So of course that is 1 out of 2 or 0.5. Whereas the possibility of getting tails is also 1 out of 2 or 0.5. No, so that is the main idea of probability. Okay, mathematically, probability is equivalent to the total number of desired outcomes over the total number of possible outcomes. So mathematically, yung kanina natin, no, so one outcome over two outcomes, no, kasi isa lang yung lalabas out of dun sa dalawang possible na lumabas. So that is 0.5. Eto, no, so sa yung mga coins, no, yung mga fair coins natin, fair coins, no, so this is what we call equal probability. Ayan. Equal probability, no? Yun yung tawag natin. Bakit? Kasi all possible outcomes have equal amount of probability, basically. No? So, yun. Okay? Sige. So, always remember, no, when we are talking about probability, probability is always greater than or equal to 0 but is always less than or equal to 1, no? So, yung mga nakikita nyo kasi sa let's say no weather forecast, 'di ba? Let's say yung mga weatherman natin sinasabi na merong merong 80% na chance na pag-ulan, no? That is still probability, pero that is pure probability kasi. In our course, no, so since this is engineering data analysis or probability and statistics, ang gagamitin natin is the decimal form. Okay? Para mas madali yung computations. Okay? So, again, from 0 to 1 lang, hindi siya lalampas sa 0 and 1. So, 0, kapag daw ang probability is 0, the event will never happen. And kapag 1 daw yung probability, the event will happen. Like, no matter what, no? Ayan. Okay, so, sample space. Let's talk about sample space. This is defined as the set of all possible outcomes, no? For example, yung coins natin kanina, 'di ba? No? So, we have two possible outcomes, HT, no? Kapag dalawang coin yung pinlip natin, of course, we need to take into account the variability ng paglabas, no? Pwedeng heads heads, pwedeng heads tails, or pwedeng tails heads and tails tails. Okay? So that is 4 elements, no? And kapag 3 coins, of course, mas marami, no? Kasi tatlong coins yung flip mo, eh. 'Di ba? So, etong mga to, yung mga HT, HT, yan, yung mga yan yung tinatawag natin na sample point, no? Yan tinatawag natin na sample point. Okay? So, mathematically, how do we determine the number of sample points in a given sample space? So, that is equivalent to the number of outcomes raised to the number of events, no? Halimbawa, dito sa 1 coin, no? So, that is 2 raised to 1. Kasi we have 2 possible outcomes as isang beses ka lang nag-flip. No, likewise, dun sa 4 elements, that is 2 raised to 2. And kapag ka dito naman, no, so that is 2 raised to 3. Kasi 2 outcomes, 3 coins, no, so that is 8 elements. Okay? So, tree diagram. This is the graphical method of showing a sample space, no? So, yung kanina, no, let's say, yung 2 coins natin. So, this is coin number 1, this is coin number 2. Ayan. So, let's say finilip ko si coin number 1, no? So, of course, dalawa yung possible options. That is either heads or tails. Diba? Yan lang naman yung kalalabasan nun, eh. Walang iba. Okay, pagka-flip natin doon sa pangalawa, titingnan natin kung saan nanggaling, no? Katulad nito, from heads, pagka-flip natin, it's either may lalabas na isa pang heads or isa pang tails. And kapag from tails naman, ganun din. Kasi hindi naman fair coin yan, no? Walang bias. So, ayan. Okay, so therefore, what are the elements that we have? No, so you're just going to arrange this or read this from mother to child or from left to right. No, yung pinanggalingan papunta dun sa pinuntahan. Okay, so that is HH, HT, TH, and TT. Ayan. Okay, and ganun din kapag tatlong coins, no. So from H, ilalabas ulit na HT, so on and so forth. Okay? Sige. Let's proceed to example number 2. No? So, determine all the possible outcomes of a 6-sided dice rolled 2 times. No? So, remember ang isang 6-sided die, how many options? No? So, that is 1 to 6. Diba yung dice na ginagamit sa mga laro? So, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so, pagka-roll natin ng isa, diba? Ano yung mga lalabas? It's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Diba? That's the initial roll. Pagka-roll natin ng pangalawa, lahat yan panggagalingan ng susunod na outcome, which is another set of 1 to 6. 5, 6. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ganun din yung iba, no? So, medyo shortcut ko na lang, no? 1 to 6. 1 to 6, no? So, meron pa yung mga Ayan, meron pa yung mga sub-branches. Okay? So, basta lahat sila, merong 1 to 6. Ayan. Okay, so that is the tree diagram of rolling 2 dice. Two dice, no? So, ayan. Paano natin i-drawing yung sample space? So, pagka dinrawing natin yung sample, or rather sinulat natin yung sample space, so this is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Di ba nanggaling dito? Di ba? From here going here. Di ba? Mula sa mother papunta sa child, no? Ayan, ganun ang basa. Okay? So, That is, asan tayo? 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. The next, 2, 1, 2, 2. So on and so forth hanggang makuha mo yung pinakadulo which is 6, 6. Ito yun. No? So, yan yung 6, 6 natin. Okay? So that is how we create a tree diagram. Okay, so example number 3, if two fair coins are flipped, what is the probability of getting at least one head? No, so let's first draw the sample space. So if we have two coins flipped, no, so medyo madali yan. That is heads, 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 tails, tails, heads, and tails, tails. Okay, so sabi, what is the probability of getting at least one head? Ilan ba dito yung merong at least isang head dun sa given sample space natin? Oops, wait lang. Ayan. Ilan ba? So, bibilangin ba natin si HH, no? So, kasi dalawa yung ano eh. Ano ba sabi sa problem? At least one head. Hindi naman sinabi exactly one head. So, bibilangin pa rin natin si HH. So, that is 1, 2, 3. So, that is 3 over 4. Or that is simply 0.75. No? So, we have a 7.75 probability of getting at least one head. Okay, if three coins are flipped, what is the probability of getting at least two heads, no? So for kapag three coins, HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH, and TTT. Ayan. Okay, so at least two heads. Bibilang kayo ng mga sample points na merong at least dalawang head. So kasama to of course, 1, 2, 3. Saan pa tayo? 4. Wala na. So that is 4 over 8 or we have 0.5 chance or 0.5 probability of getting at least two heads. Ayan. Okay? Sige. So, these are some elementary properties of probability, no? So, we have the probability of not A, meaning the probability of A not happening. Okay, that is equivalent to 1 minus the probability of A. Okay, the probability of null set, no? That is 0. Null set niya eh, walang laman. So, malamang probability niyan ay 0. Okay, so the probability of A is less than or equal to the probability of B if A is a subset of B, no? So, pretty sure familiar naman kayo dito, di ba, sa set theory from your MMW class. Ayan. So, we have the probability of A. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina, no, is less than or equal to 1, no, but is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? And the probability of A union B is equivalent to the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A intersection B. So, later di-discuss natin tong 5, no, much in, in more details. Okay? Sige. So, example number 4, a 6-sided die is rolled. Determine the probability of, again. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, what's the probability of getting 2? So, we have 1 out of 6. Diba? 1 out of 6 options, or that is simply, let's bring out the calculator. Ayan. So, that is 0.167. Okay, probability of getting a 3 or 5, no? 3 or 5. So, pwedeng si 3, pwedeng si 5. Ilan ba tayo meron? So, dalawa. So, that is 2 over 6 or 1/3 or that is 0.333. Ayan. What's the probability of getting less than or equal to 4? No? So, pag less than or equal to 4, kasama ba si 4 sa bibilangin? Yes. Then you count backwards. So, that is 4 over 6 or that is 0.667. Ayan. Okay? So, next, the probability of getting greater than 3. Kasama ba si 3? Definitely hindi. So, we only count 1, 2, 3. No, so, that is 3 over 6 or that is 0.5. And the probability of getting greater than or less than or equal to 5. So, that is, kasama ba si 5? Yes. No, kasi may equal. So, that is 1. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5 over 6 or that is simply, I think this is 0.8 something. Ayan, 0.833. Ayan. Okay, so that is how we determine probability for rolling dices. Ayan. Sige. Okay, addition rule, no? So we have the probability of A or B, okay, or that is simply the probability of A union B is equivalent to the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A intersection B. No, so pagka addition rule ang pinag-uusapan, ito yung formula na gagamitin natin. No, so union is or, ito yung pinakatatandaan ninyo, no, para hindi kayo malito. Pag union, that is or. Pag intersection, that is and or and. No? So, yan. Okay. Excuse me. Mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. No? Pagka daw yung dalawang event is mutually exclusive, okay, the probability of A or B is always equivalent to 0. Kasi nga they are mutually exclusive. They do not happen walang relation yung dalawang event. No, kaya siya naging mutually exclusive. And the probability of A union B is equivalent to the probability of A plus the probability of B. No, yan dalawang yan, ito. At saka ito yung ginagamit natin kapag mutually exclusive daw yung events. On top of the addition rule of probability. Now, let's talk about multiplication rule. No? So, sa multiplication rule, papasok dito yung tinatawag natin na conditional probability. So, when you say conditional probability, that is the probability of A given B. This is read as given, no, yung bar. Yan, A given B is equivalent to the probability of A and B over the probability of B, where the probability of B is greater than 0. And the probability of B given A is equivalent to the probability of A and B, okay, over the probability of A. Kung ano yung nasa dulo, no? Kung ano yung nasa dulo, yun yung nasa denominator. Baba, A given B. Pag sinabing A given B, B yung nasa baba. No, pag sinabing B given A yung nasa baba. Okay? And if we're going to manipulate this, since parehas tayo merong A given A and B dito, okay? The probability of A and B is equivalent to the probability of A given B times the probability of B. Likewise, that is the probability of B given A times the probability of A. Combining these two, okay, combining these two, we arrive with Bayes' rule. No, so Bayes' rule states that the probability of A given B is equivalent to the probability of B given A times the probability of A over the probability of B. Okay, when we are talking about multiplication rule of probability, no. So kung sa addition rule meron tayong exclusive events. Sa multiplication rule we have the so-called independent events. No, So here are other probability formulas, no. So however, these different probability formulas are just the same with what we have discussed previously. No, iba lang yung mga tawag. No? So for example, with marginal probability, this is just the same with normal probability, no. Marginal probability is used to determine the success rate. Okay, success rate of a certain say certain instance, 'di ba? So for the formula of the marginal probability, that is successful outcomes over total outcomes. Okay, so yun yung probability is just the same with with mutually exclusive events under addition rule. Okay, and joint probability is just the same for multiplication rule naman. Okay? Sige. So, let's have some quite difficult examples, no? A committee of 5 persons is to be selected randomly from a group of 5 men and 10 women. First, find the probability that the committee is consisted of 2 men and 3 women, and find the probability that the committee is consisted of all women. Okay, so first, for this kinds of problem, ang una natin kailangang i-determine is ilan yung total possible combinations ng committee. Since hindi naman determined or hindi naman specified kung ano yung positions, no, so combination lang gagamitin. Pero kapag committee ang pinag-uusapan tapos determined na, for example, stated in the problem na president, vice president, etc., that is permutation. Okay, sige. So We start with total combination. So, we have from 15. Bakit? So, 5 men and 10 women yung pagpipilian. So, that is a total of 15. So, that is 15. Choose 5. Diba? So, in the calculator, meron tayong shortcut na ginagamit, no. We have 15, that is shift division for combination and shift multiplication for permutation. Okay, so that is 15C5, so that is 3003. Ayan. Okay, so that's the total number of combinations, no. Without the restriction or the condition na yung katulad niyan sa letter A, paano kapag dalawa at tatlo yung pipiliin? So, paano to? First, yung 2 men pipiliin natin out of 5 men, 'di ba? So that is 5C2. So that is simply for 5C2. And so that is 10. Okay, then for 10C3, this is for women. Ito yung men. Okay, then for women, that is 10C3. Ayan, so that is 120. Okay, so this is for women. Okay, so paano natin kukunin yung probability? So the probability, okay, so of course, yung numerator, yun yung selected na, yung men and women. Tapos sa denominator, yung total possible combinations. So, since they are combined, no, i-multiply natin yung dalawa. So, that is 5C2 times 10C3 over 15C5. Or simply, this is 120 times 10 over 3,003. Okay, so that will be, okay, so that is 120 times 10 over 3003. Yan. So we have a probability of 0.3996 or that is simply 0.4. So we have 0.4 probability na mag-come up tayo with 2 men and 3 women. Okay. Paano naman yung B? No, so for letter B, sabi no, consisted of all women. So meaning sa mga lalaki walang pipiliin. So pag walang pinili, so that is 5C0. Okay, and that is equivalent to 1. Always remember kapag walang pinili, no, so that is equivalent to 1. Any number, no, say 10C3, 10C0, that is always equal to 1, no. Yan, pakita natin sa calculator. 5C0, that is 1. Baka kasi mamaya isipin niyo 0. No, so that is 1. Okay, then, from the 10 women, doon natin pipiliin yung 5. So, that is 10C5. Okay, so, 10C5, so that's equivalent to 252. So, for the probability, that is the probability of A is equivalent to 5C0 times 10C5 over 15C5. Or simply, that is 252 times 1 over 3,003. So therefore, the probability is, so that is 252 divided by 3,003. So that is 0. Medyo maliit, ano? 0.084. Yan. So that is the probability. For the committee is consisted of all women. Ayan. Okay? So I hope naintindihan how we construct yung mga formulas natin. Okay? Sige. Another example. 2 manufacturing plants produce similar parts. Plant 1 produces 1,000 parts, 100 of which are defective. Plant 2 produces 2,000 parts, 150 of which are defective. A part is selected at random and found to be defective. Meaning yung napili is already defective. What is the probability that it came from plant 1? Okay, so first, 'di ba, the formula for the probability, 'di ba? That is of course yung mapipili na yung total number of defectives over the total number of I mean, yung total number of defectives from plant 1, kasi yun yung condition, di ba, over the total number of defectives. So, what is the probability na makakabunot ka ng defective sa plant 1? No, so, since yung galing sa plant 1 is 100 na defective, sorry. Diba? 100 over, ilan yun? So, total yung kukunin natin, that is 3,000. Diba? That is the probability of the defective part coming from plant 1. Tas over the total, I mean the probability of getting a defective part regardless kung plant 1 or plant 2. So that is 100 plus 150, that is 250 over 3,000. So, ano mangyayari sa 3,000? Of course, makakancel yung dalawa. Diba? So, that will be simply 100 over 250. So, which is, that is 10 over 25. Diba? So, that is 0.4. So, that is the probability of getting the defective part from plant 1. Say, kunwari, tinatanong, what is the probability of getting the defective part from plant 2? So, instead of 100, ilalagay mo ngayon sa taas yung 150. Kasi that is the defective parts that came from plant 2 over the total number of defectives, 250. So, that is 15 over 250 over 25 pala rather, or 0.6. Okay, another way to determine yung sa plant 2 without going through here is the probability of defective from plant 2 is equivalent to 1 minus the probability of plant A. Sir, bakit ka gumamit ng 1 minus? Remember, defective na lang yung pinag-uusapan natin doon sa mga formulas natin. 'Di ba? Hindi na natin pinansin, pampagulo lang yung 1,000 parts and 2,000 parts eh. Parang ganun yung lumalabas. So since puro defective na yung pinag-uusapan natin, pag yung bumunot ka ng out of the total 250, bumunot ka ng isa. Yung nabunot mo is from plant 1. I mean, yung parts na defective from plant 1, 100, aside from that 100 is galing ng plant 2, which is the other, I mean yung remaining defective parts dun sa 250. 'Di ba? 100 plus 250. Kaya pwede natin gamitin tong formula na to. So we have 1 minus 0.4, that is 0.6. Ayan. Okay? So that is another way of solving the probability from plant 2 naman. Kung hindi niyo maalala yun sa method nung una. Okay. So next, a lot of 100 semiconductors contains 20 that are defective. 2 chips are selected at random without replacement from the lot. What is the probability that the first one is defective? So, for letter A, ayan, yung unang bunot, sabi, what's the probability that the first one is defective? Ilan yung defective? Again, that is 20. Ilan yung total parts na na-produce? Or ilan yung total chips na na-produce? 100. Diba? So that is equivalent to what? 0.2. Excuse me. Diba? 20 over 100 or 2 over 100 or 2 over 10? So that is 0.2. Ayan. So that is the probability that the first one is defective. Letter B. What is the probability of the second one that the second one is defective given that the first one is defective? Dapat daw, I mean, what is the probability na pag bumunot ka ng isa is defective given na yung una mo nabunot is already defective? With that, excuse me. So for A given B, okay, what we're going to do, diba, nakabunot na tayo ng isang defective dun sa una. So mababawasan na yung total number of defectives dun sa lot para dun sa second na bunot. Diba? So from 20, nakabunot ka na ng isang defective, 19 na lang. Okay, likewise, dun sa total number of parts or sa total number of chips, nababasan na din yung isa kasi nakabunot ka na eh. Diba? So that will be 99. So we have 19 over 99. Okay? So that is 0.192. Ayan. 0.192. Okay. So, para dun sa pangatlo, what is the probability that both are defective? Both A and B are defective. So, that is the probability of A and B. Okay. This is equivalent to what now? Okay. So, that is the probability of A given B. Okay. Sorry. This is not A given B. This is B given A. Teka, burahin natin. Mali yung notation ko. Ayan, baguhin natin. Okay, so this is second given first. Tama. Ayan, second given first. Times the probability of A. Okay, so that is 0.192 times 0.2. So that is equivalent to, times 0.2 lang natin to. 0.038. Ayan. So this is a classic example of conditional probability. No? Kasi meron tayong A given B or B given A rather. No? Ayan. Pag merong mga given, automatic ano yun? I mean yung given na word, no? Automatic conditional probability yun. Ayan. So this is a multiplication rule. Diba? One example of multiplication rule. Next. Two cards are drawn from a deck. Find the probability that both are aces. No? So, this is from the deck of cards, 'di ba? So, balikan natin 'to later. Para ma-discuss ko muna yung sa probability ng cards kasi meron tayong mga i-consider na meron tayong mga need i-consider regarding deck of cards, no? So, ayan. Dito muna tayo. A box contains 4 blue balls, 5 red balls, and 11 white balls. If 3 are drawn in random, what is the probability that the first one is red, the second one is blue, and the third one is white? Okay, so meron tayong sequence na sinusunod. Okay? So, for the first one, the probability that the ball is red. How many red balls are there? So, there are 5. Diba? So, we have 5 over, ilan yung total number of balls? No? So, we have 4 plus 5, 9 plus 11, that is 20. So, 5 over 20 yung first. Times. Okay, kasi any red ball hindi naman sinabi na dapat itong particular red ball na to yung mabubunot. Any red ball. Okay, wala naman sinabi na dapat itong ano na to. Okay? So, next. Second one is blue. So, we have 4 blue balls over. Okay. Since nakabunot ka na ng isa, babawasan mo na yung total number of balls, no, dun sa bag. So, magiging 19 na lang siya. Hindi siya 20 kasi hindi mo naman binalik eh. Diba? Hindi mo naman binalik. Ayan. And next, no, third ball is white. Ilan yung white na naiwan? No? Hindi pa naman nagagalaw yung white, so that is 11. Pero, nabawasan na naman yung nabunot, so that is so we have 5 times 20 times 4 times 19 over 11 times 18. So that is, you can cancel out para ma-simplify yung mga given. So katulad nung ginawa ko. 11 over 19 times 18. So in total that is 0. The probability is 0.032. Ayan. This is the probability. Okay? So, yan. Okay, sige. Let's have this Monty Hall problem. Monty Hall is one famous game wherein you're asked to choose from out of different options. No? Say, for example, meron tayong 5 boxes or 3 boxes lang. Masyado marami yung 5. Diba if you're familiar dun sa dun sa game na pera or kahon or pera o bayong? Yun. So, one classic example of Monty Hall problem yun. So, say, for example, dyan sa tatlong box na yan, mayroong 2 kambing at isang brand new BMW. Yeah, kumare, yun yung laman ng tatlong box na yan. So, say, for example, as the contestant, diba? Papapiliin ka. Diba? So, kumare, ang napili mo is this particular box. Yung particular box na yan. Okay, so, hindi natin alam, hindi mo alam kung ano yung laman. Okay, so pero yung host, alam niya of course kung ano yung laman, 'di ba? So, for example, 'di ba, andito yung kambing, dito yung car, tsaka dito yung sa pangkambing. Yan. Okay, so, nakapili ka na, sinet aside na yung napili mo. No, originally, since meron kang tatlong blind boxes, there is a 1/3 possibility for each boxes to have the, ano, to have the price. Diba? Meron kang 1/3 originally. So, na-set aside na yung napili mo, no, na, na, na tabi na. Tapos yung host ngayon, syempre, kailangan niya magbukas ng another box. Diba? Definitely, hindi niya bubuksan yung pangalawa kasi alam niyang nandun yung car eh. Ano yung bubuksan niya? Yung pangatlo. Diba? Yung pangatlo yung bubuksan niya. Ngayon, pagkabukas ng pangatlo, what is the initial intuition, no, as the player? 'Di ba? Are you going to tatanungin ka ngayon nung host, no, ni Kuya Will, let's say, no, magpapalit ka ba ng kahon or hindi? Ganon, or you're going to change boxes or not? So, initially, 'di ba, baka syempre magdududa ka na baka nire-reverse psychology ka lang or what. Ganon. Okay? So, initial thinking, you will not change boxes. Diba? That's what usually happens eh. You will not change boxes. No, pero according to probability, okay. Originally, you have a 1/3 chance, no? Each box, you have a 1/3 chance. No, na nandun yung card na hinahanap mo. Nagbukas yung isa. Ngayon, sure ka na zero chance na nandun yung card kasi nabuksan na yun eh. Nandun yung goat. 'Di ba? Ano mangyayari ngayon? No, so, yung hindi mo napili, okay, yung 1/3 chance, yung 1/3 chance dun sa nananggaling dun sa nabuksan will then add up dun sa isa pang hindi nabubuksan. No, dun sa second box basically. So, what is the probability now that the second box contains the car? No, that is already 2/3 versus 1/3 dun sa original mong napili. Ayan. No, so what's the lesson for Monty Hall problems in probability? No, pabuksan mo muna ng pabuksan yung mga unnecessary boxes until you arrive with 3 or 2. No, 3 or 2 boxes. Kasi kapag nag-arrive ka na with 3 or 2 unopened boxes, malaki na yung probability na nandun sa dalawang yon. Okay, yung jackpot. Malaki yung probability. There is no assurance, but the probability is bigger. No. So, of course, syempre sugal pa rin to. I mean, every game is still game of chances, 'di ba? So, pero at least mas malaki yung chance, 'di ba? Kasi nabuksan na yung iba eh. Okay? So, parang lumalabas, the first initial guess is not the correct answer. So, laging you have to switch. Parang ganun. Okay? Sige. So, let's now go to the deck of cards. So, sa deck of cards, we have 52 cards in total. Okay, so sa 52 cards, there are 2 colors. So, 26 red and 26 na black. Now, each suit has 13 cards, no? So, ano yung mga suits? Diamond, heart, clover, tsaka spade. Ayan. Please bear with my drawing. Ayan. Okay, so, after this, ano pa yung mga meron doon, no? So, we have 4 aces. Na yung tatlong colors. Ay, yung 4 na colors. Then we have how many face cards? So 12. Bakit siya naging 12? 12 na face cards. Ayan. So, ano yun eh? Jack, Queen, and King. Tapos, the rest are number cards, no? So, sa number cards, ilan yun? 4, 12, 16, 36. Ayan. So, that is from 2 to 10. Ayan. So, ito yung mga need ninyong i-consider, no? in applications for deck of cards, no? Kasi usually kapag a deck of cards, hindi na sinasabi yung itong mga bagay na to, dapat alam mo. Ayan. Okay, sige. So paano 'yon? Balik tayo dun sa kanina. Two cards are drawn from a deck. Find the probability that both are aces. Okay, so how many ace ang meron tayo? Mhm. Diba? So initially we have 4 aces out of 52 cards. Okay, pag abunot mo, another ace daw dapat yung mabunot mo. So, assuming that nakabunot ka na ace dun sa una, bababawasan yung total number of aces mo. Diba? Magiging 3. Over yung total number of cards, mababawasan din, magiging 51 na lang. Okay, so this is simply equal to what? No, so that is, let's use the calculator. So that is 12 over 52 times 51. Ayan. So that is 4 sobrang baba ng probability, no? 4.525 times 10 raised to negative 3. Ayan. So this is the probability of drawing both aces. Kasi nga, kaya actually no sa laro ng ng poker, ace ang pinakamataas kasi siya may pinakamababang probability na mabubunot mo. Ayan. So another way, okay, is using permutation. Okay, so from the four aces, dalawa yung mabubunot mong ace, no? Yun dapat. Tapos over 52, bubunot ka ng dalawa in order. Okay, meron kasi pag cards guys, laging may order na sinusunod. No, so hindi siya random. Ayan. So, using this, that is 4 P2. Sorry. Teka nga, ayusin ko. 4P2 over 52P2. Kasi dalawa lang yung nabunot eh. Ayan. So we have the same answer, no? 4.525 times 10 raised to negative 3. Ayan. Ayan. So either which, no? Kung ano man dyan, walang problema. Ayan. Kahit ano yung gamitin ninyo. Okay, so another example. So a card was drawn from a well-shuffled deck. Find the probability that the card, that the drawn card is either a red or a king. Okay, so isa lang yung bubunutin. Okay, isa lang yung bubunutin. So, the probability of drawing this is what? Okay, so ilang red cards meron sa deck, no? Balik tayo dun sa given natin. Ilang red cards? 26. Okay, ilang king meron? So, ilang king? 4. So, ipa-plus mo. However, remember na meron tayong king na red. 'Di ba? Dalawa yung king natin na red. So that is king of hearts and king of diamonds. So, you need to subtract that to avoid double counting. Kasi kapag hindi mo sinubtract, mamamali ka. 'Di ba? Mado-double count kasi. So remember, sa cards isa lang ang mga bilang per card. Okay, so that is over 52. So that is equivalent to 28 over 52. So the probability is 0.538. Ayan. Medyo mataas, no? Kasi meron tayong red eh. Yung red ang nagpataas dyan. No, maraming red cards kasi. Ayan. Okay? Sige. Next, no? So, 5 cards are... Let me double check the problem. Okay, so last example, no? So, 5 cards are drawn from a well-shuffled deck. What is the probability of getting 3 kings and a pair of ace? Okay, so this is ang ano dito is full house, no? Sa laro ng poker, full house ang tawag natin dito. So, wait lang, let me change my ink color. Ayan. So, the probability, wait lang. Okay. So, logically, no, yung not without using permutation. Okay? So, paano natin i-solve to? So, first, no, dun tayo sa kings. Ilang kings meron? 4, 'di ba? Out of 52 times. Ilang kings so kailangan mo? 3. So, magbibilang ka ng 3 over 51 times 2 over 50. Okay, so, sir, bakit bumababa? Kasi nga kada bunot mo, we are assuming na tama yung mabubunot mo. 3 king yung kailangan natin. So, from 4, baba ka ng isa, baba ka pa ng isa. No, para makabunot ka ng 3. Okay? So, itong 3 to, this is the probability that you will be drawing 3 kings. Okay, then what's the probability of drawing aces? No, so, since hindi mo ibabalik yung mga nabunot mo na, no, without replacement. Okay, so bababa mo ngayon. I mean, 'di ba? Meron kang 4 na aces pero over 49 na lang. Okay, kasi nga nakabunot ka na. Naintindihan, nakabunot ka na nung unang 3. Then times 3 over 48. Okay, so therefore this will be equivalent to, so that is 4 times 3 times 2 times 4 times 3. Okay, sorry. 4 times 3 times 2 times 4 times 3 over. So that is 52 times 51 times 50 times 49 times 48. Okay, so that is, that is equivalent to 9.234 times 10 raised to negative 7. So, kaya actually no sa poker, isa to sa mga pinakamalalakas sa baraha, yung trio king para alas. Okay, kasi sa tingin nyo sobrang baba ng probability na makabunot ka ng ganito. No, so times 10 raised to negative 7. Okay, ano yung another formula nito? So using probability. Okay, so out of 4 kings, you are going to pick 3 kings, 'di ba? Times out of 4 aces, you're going to pick 2, 'di ba? Over from 52, bubunot ka ng 5. Yan. So, using this, so parehas lang dapat yung store natin, no? Tingnan natin, dapat equal to 1. Dapat exactly equal to 1. So, 4p3 times 4p2 over 52p5. Ayan. So, answer divided by A, so that should be equal to 1. Ayan, tama. No, so meaning, yung nakuha natin using this is exactly the same. So that is 9.234 times 10 raised to negative 7. Okay. So that wraps up our probability lesson, no? So I hope you guys learned something. Okay, so next topic we will be now talking about probability distribution. So normal distribution, Poisson, hypergeometric. Okay, we are now going into inferential statistics. Okay, so I hope you learned something. Thank you for listening and see you on the next lesson.